Hey freshmen, welcome to the 2018-2019 registration at West Seattle High School. This is where you'll be starting to think about what classes you'll be taking next year as a sophomore. So to look at the registration timeline, we'll be doing this in 3 parts. Today we'll be doing the first part on the left here, that's auditing your transcript. That means you're taking a look at the classes you're already taking in 9th grade and then thinking about what credits you'll need in future years to graduate. On Thursday, you'll be reviewing the course catalog and filling out your option sheet. So this will help you determine which classes you'll want to register for next week. And then after that, we'll be pulling you down to the lab to register online. So your counselors will be calling you in small groups to come in and schedule which classes you'll be taking next year. So today you should have 2 sheets with you. One of them is your quick lookup, which is the one I have on the left here. I'm using a student as an example here that we've blocked out the names, but they are freshmen. And on the right here is your 4-year plus plan. That shows all the credits you need here to graduate from West Seattle. That'll be the GREC here, this column. And next to that is credits that 4-year colleges want to see. So that's also really useful in determining which classes you're taking here too. Below that, it'll show assessment requirements you'll need. So those are tests you'll take in future years here and need to pass. And community service hours. You'll need 60 to graduate, so keep that in mind. And then below that, you'll need to pass the Washington State History. Most of you have already taken this and passed it in 8th grade, but if you haven't, just come see your counselor and we'll figure out what you can do here at West Seattle to pass that. And then on the right here, it shows a 4-year high school plan. So this will help you choose for each grade what classes and subjects you'll take to get those requirements over here. So you can go ahead and do this along with me. Go ahead and fill out your last name, first name at the top, and the date. And then take a look at the box on the left here. We've got LA first here on the side, and it goes through 9A to 12B. That's 4 years of LA here. So taking a look at your quick lookup, I'm going to use this student as an example. It looks like I have taken Intro Lit with Miss Ferda here and gotten an A, so I should pass that. These are your most updated grades, so it should give you a sense of where you are in these classes. Looks like I've gotten an A, so I've passed it. I'm going to check Done with 9A here. And LA 9B, I'll take second semester. So because I haven't taken and it yet, I'm going to put it in the need column, but since I know I'm taking it, I'll star it here. For LA 10A through 12B, those are classes I'll take in future years, so I'm putting them in the need column here. I'm going to draw an arrow down here to make it easier. Next is World History and US History, American Gov, all the histories here. Looks like I'm taking World History and passing, so I'm going to check Done here. World History 2, I'll take second semester, so I'll star it. And then World History 3 through American Gov, those are the ones I'll take in future years. So I'm putting a line there, just knowing that I'll need to take those in the next couple years. With math, we require 3 years here at West Seattle. Though if you see here, the stars here show that most colleges want to see 4 years of math. So be keeping that in mind. If you're thinking of going to a 4-year college, you'll want to plan to do 4 years of math here. So it looks like I'm taking Algebra 1. And since I've done 1 semester, that's a half credit. So I'm going to put 0.5. And then I'll know that I'll have to take at least 2.5 more credits to get that requirement. With science, it's similar. Looks like I have taken Biology 1 and gotten half a credit there. And I'll need 2.5 more to get the science credit. With health, looks like I have taken that. Most of you are either taking health or PE right now. So in this case, I've taken health, but it looks like I haven't taken any PE yet. So I'm going to put 1.5 in the need column. It also looks like on here I'm taking volleyball, so that is an option. You can waive some of the PE credit here if you're doing sports with a school. If you have any questions with that, come see your counselor and we'd be happy to help you get that credit. With fine arts, it looks like I haven't taken any of those classes yet, so those are ones that I'll want to plan to take in future years. So for now, I'm going to put 2.0 and just know that I'll need to take those before I graduate. Similarly with CTE, it looks like I haven't taken any of those classes yet. Those are classes like auto or photography or journalism. So it looks like since I haven't taken any of those, I'll put them in the need column as well. 1.0. With foreign language, it looks like I took Spanish 1A and passed. That's a half credit. And I'll need 1.5 left. And then with electives here, those are ones that you get as you take more classes at West Seattle. So those can be from art, CTE, things like that. I'll just know that those will fall into place as I take more classes. So for now, I wouldn't worry about electives or the total credits. Just know that you need 24 credits to graduate. So you can keep track of what you have so far, but just know that you'll need 24 by the end. Looking down here, these will be the assessments you need to graduate. Most of you haven't taken these tests yet, so just leave those blank. If you have done any community service hours and you've tracked it, you can fill those in. You will need to turn those hours into your counselor to get the credit. But for most of you, this probably hasn't happened yet. So just keep it in mind that you will need 60 before you graduate. With Washington State history, most of you have passed this, so you can check it if you know you have. If you haven't, come see your counselor. Again, we're happy to help you figure out how you can pass that here. And then taking a look at the four-year high school plan on the right here, this will give an indication of what classes are required in each grade, and then it leaves room for you to choose other classes that you'd want to take in those spots. So for 9th grade, it includes LA, science, history, math, health, and PE. For many of you down here, these spaces will be taken up by world language. So in my case, since I've taken Spanish, I'm going to write Spanish 1A and Spanish 1B, knowing that I'll take that second semester. But then looking ahead at sophomore year, this is where you all will get to choose some of the credits and subjects you want to take next year in those elective spots. So you all will be taking language arts, history, either World History 3 or AP. AP will be 2 semesters. World History 3 will just be 1. So in this case, if you're not taking AP, you would have a space there. So be thinking about that. And then science and math. And then there's quite a lot of room for electives in sophomore year. So in my case, since I've already taken World History 1, I might consider doing AP World History because I like the challenge. So I'll keep that there. With Spanish, I'd want to continue that. So I'm going to put Spanish 2A and B in 2 of those spots. 2A and Spanish 2B. But then I have 2 spots here that I can fill up. So taking a look at what I need, it looks like I haven't done any fine arts classes yet, so I'm going to plan to take one of those, an art class. And then it looks like I also haven't taken any CTE, so maybe I'll take that. And when we meet on Thursday, you'll be seeing the course catalog, which will list each class and which requirements it fits into. So for now, don't worry about which art classes or which CTE classes you'd want to take. Just know that those are requirements here, so this can help you plan out which of those classes you can look at on Thursday. And then if you'd like, you can start filling out 11th and 12th grade classes as well. You'll be doing this each year, so I would focus mostly on doing sophomore year classes here. But just be thinking about ones you might want to take in 11th and 12th grade as well. And then lastly, on the bottom here, you'll fill out a tentative idea of what you'd want to do after high school. So you can check one or two that you might be interested in now. This may change as you go along, but it's a helpful tool to start thinking about that now. So in my case, I might say, I'm thinking of doing a 2-year college and maybe a 4-year college. I don't know yet. So I'm thinking both of those. Okay, so after you've done that, you'll want to keep both of these sheets with you. These you'll need Thursday when we need your option sheets for registration. So be keeping both of these with you. And then after you've done those option sheets Thursday in advisory, you'll take all 3 of those sheets with you to the lab to register. So you need to keep all of those sheets with you. So be mindful of that. All right, and as always, if you have any questions, please come see your counselor. And we will see you on Thursday for the next step in registration.